Hi everybody, it's David OakKnobFarm. For a lot of us, it's been a really challenging year so far with COVID-19. A lot of us are out of work. Some of us are, short on food and things like that. So it's really a great year to bring back the concept of Victory Garden. I know I'm not alone in this thought. I've seen a lot of people mention it, and I think it's really a positive message for today's day and age. Some of us that are already homesteaders, we kind of have a good start on this stuff already, making ourselves kind of food secure, or at least a little more food secure. But I think it's also a great time for us to all focus, practice a little harder, learn new things, help each other out, and try and bring back that patriotic idea of the Victory Garden. So myself and some of my fellow channels are going to get together and make a collaboration. We're going to share our experiences, how we try to step things up and just kind of improve our craft this year, store a little more for ourselves, and just make ourselves a bit more secure and a little more self-reliant in the process. So let's take a look what I've been up to. Monique and I have been growing food here for several years now, and we already have an established garden as well as fruit and berry plants. We enjoy lots of fresh food each summer, and we preserve some of our excess by canning, freezing, and dehydrating. So it might sound like we already have a Victory Garden, right? Well, not exactly. There are many places we can improve what we're doing already, and it's an ideal time right now to put in the effort. One of our first steps has been a focus on planning, organizing, and scheduling. In the past, we've been pretty casual about timing things in the garden. Like last year, for example, I was distracted by a bunch of other projects, and I neglected the garden a bit. I underwatered at the beginning of the season, which caused poor germination, and as a result, I had to reseed, so we were kicked back a few weeks, and we ended up with a shorter season and ended up with a smaller harvest. So this year, by contrast, I've set up a Google Calendar with sowing and transplanting dates for each plant, with reminders every Friday, just telling me what I need to do that weekend and what's important to get done. I'm also making sure to set reminders for succession plantings and late season crops to maximize the use of our space. I've been kind of bad in that in the past, and I really want to make sure that as I have space and timing, I'm going to put new stuff in. So I'm vowing to focus, walk the garden every day, and give it some priority over other chores. Another important change this year is evaluating our plant choices. We're concentrating a lot more on food over fun. Like most gardeners, we love browsing a seed catalog and choosing all sorts of fun new things and experimenting and all that, which is very important. It's part of what makes gardening great. But this year, we're looking at things a little bit different and trying to focus on storage. So maybe we'll plant some more tomatoes and fewer peppers, or we'll plant beans and peas over more difficult to store things like summer squashes. And finally, we're going to focus preserving more vegetables and staples and things like that, and fewer jams and jellies and treats and snacks. Next up, I've been investing some time and money into perennials this year. The first seeds I started were actually perennial herbs, and then I went ahead and saved a bit of money and bought some fruit trees and some bushes and some grapevines and things like that. Of course, the herbs aren't really a major food stuff, but spices are expensive, so it's a little way to cut back on your grocery bill, first of all, and it comes back year after year after year, so it just pays itself off. And while the fruit trees aren't going to necessarily produce this year, they will produce in a few years, and this is going to help for any future problem, whether it's another virus, which hopefully will never happen in our lifetime, or just simply an unpredicted job loss or something just unexpected that you're not ready for. And finally, I really want to waste a whole lot less. This is both to preserve more for ourselves and store it, but also to create maybe a surplus that we can share with our friends and family. And now what do I mean about waste? You know how it is. You might have a rainy week, so you don't go out and harvest, and food goes bad on the vine. Your cucumbers get overgrown and they get big and tough, or something like that. Or maybe you have a huge bowl of tomatoes on the counter and you just don't keep up, and some of them actually spoil. Well, this year I'm going to make sure that we use it or preserve it. And if we can't keep up, I need to be more proactive, and we need to give it away before it spoils. If we have something and we just have a bumper and we know we're not going to have time to can it before it goes bad, we just need to call up our friends and family and say, hey, we got some stuff for you. Come pick it up. So I really hope you all join us and our friends in this collaboration and try and rekindle this spirit of the Victory Garden. Our first collaborator, who are a little bit quicker than I am, I have to say. They got their video out already, is Lance and Marcy over at Rock and Sea Homestead. Now, they uploaded a video just a few days ago and are talking about their efforts for the Victory Garden this year. And it was really cool because one of their close friends actually shares some family history stories from his grandparents and so forth who had Victory Gardens in both World Wars and the Great Depression. It's a really, really great video, and it's a great peek at history. So definitely make sure you check it out if you haven't already visited. All right, well, thanks for joining me today, everybody. I really hope you have the means to grow a little bit of stuff, and by all means, reach out to all of your fellow YouTubers if you have any questions. There's a wealth of knowledge here. People would love to help you out, and I encourage you to try and grow a Victory Garden of your own, whether or not it's just a few containers on your back deck, or something as elaborate as what I'm doing here, or even far larger. But I hope everybody's doing well, and they're healthy, and try and do what you can to be a little more self-reliant in the future, so hopefully if something like this happens again, it won't be quite a shock to all of us, and we'll have a little bit of security in the pantry. Thanks for watching today, everybody. See you all soon. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and make sure you check out all the other content creators that are going to make videos here on this playlist. Talk to you all soon.